FBI director said we have an estimated 80,000 terrorists on American soil. Well, we just had a very disturbing event. There are two disturbing events. One is getting no coverage. John Cornyn, Ted Cruz, four other senators had an impromptu press conference, but only the alternative media covered it. And I played portions of it for you on my channel. Now, what they described was they encountered sex traffickers, couldn't do anything about it. Biden's policies release. Then they caught terrorists with IEDs, release. They took the IEDs, but they released them. Now they've discovered multiple IEDs crossing the border. Multiple IEDs crossing the border. It's too late, baby. Now it's too late. No money for Ukraine. All money to border security for whatever that's going to be worth now. But we can maybe contain the damage that's coming. We are going to be hit by massive terrorist attacks. There is no avoiding this. And we've seen the signs. Senators are telling us, Border Patrol is telling us, everyone but the mainstream media and the global elite are telling us it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. We're going to get massively hit. I pray for each and every one of your safety, but I pray also, too, that you exercise good discretion in terms of going to public events. And I think the holiday season here is prime time. Oh, wait a minute. We just had a terrorist event. It's called a takedown. We're going to cover that a little later here, and I'm doing an interview with Doug Thornton on that later tonight. Hey, it's time. It's time that we stand up and just say, this government doesn't represent us. They're about taking us down. They created the conditions that have allowed this to happen, and we can't let this go unnoticed, and we can't go without responding. The FBI.
All right. All praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles, elder bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere brothers pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth. In diligence and sincerity, putting your life on the line to proclaim this gospel. Also to the few sincere sisters listening and learning as well, the Akwad. To you I say Shalom. So back with another lesson, just going into the perilous times and heightened danger that we're experiencing in this moment right now. And it all goes back to biblical prophecy. You know, all you heard Dave Hodges bring out in this clip, it all goes back to biblical prophecy. Why are these things happening? And he, you know, one of the statements he made was that it's clear that the people that run America, they are not for us, they are against us. And that's clear to see by everything that's being done against the American people. The American people's lives are being made harder. They're bringing in all these people over the border, giving them hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to set themselves up and all these things. And even when you look at that, why are these people coming over the border in droves like this? Well, it's because America, because really it all goes back to America. It don't matter what you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Countries, governments being destabilized, their currency being devalued, the leaders being knocked off. All that goes back to America. Because America is pretty much what? World police. So all these people are coming to America because America caused the chaos in their nations. Venezuela, you know, Chile, Mexico, uh, Costa Rica, Panama, all these nations that are having problems and their citizens are unhappy, they can't afford to live. Why don't you see anybody leaving South Africa? Why don't you see anybody leaving Ghana or leaving Nigeria? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you see people leaving Brazil and Argentina like that coming to America? I'm not saying there's not people coming here, but not like you see how the Central Americans are coming over. Well, it's because America has destroyed their governments. They've destroyed the quality of life for the people. So now uh, America is paying for these people to come over here. And there's a lot of T threats. You know what I'm saying? Read between the lines. There's a lot of threats coming over the border that they know are in America and many others that are also not even accounted for. So Dave Hodges is pretty much like, you know what? It's time to rise up. It's time to do something about this because clearly our leaders Our elites do not give a damn about us. And make no mistake about it, these Edomites, they would be perfectly fine with the NWO agenda if they were in on it as well. They wouldn't give a damn if Jake was uh, going in slavery. They wouldn't give a damn if Northern Kingdom was going in slavery. But the fact that they're being left out of the deal, they're not getting a piece of the pie. That's a problem because their wealth is being stripped away. Their ability and access to have a good quality of life is being stripped away, and they're pretty much being put on the same level as what the elites would deem the undesirables. All right, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Okay, these Edomites, they're starting to be on the same level as Jake, and they don't like that. This is why he's calling basically like, listen, something got to be done. We need to rise up. We need to take this country back. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not getting a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? The elites, they're taking everything. They're even trying to make us slaves. And the scriptures speak about this because the scriptures speak about Egyptian being against Egyptian. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Now we know that America, this is modern day Egypt, okay? Because this is where the Israelites were taken to in captivity. This is where we're still in captivity to this day. So this is modern day Egypt, all right? And Pharaoh is who? Esau. Okay, Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, right? So we understand this. So the Lord said what? That he's going to set the Egyptian against Egyptian. And that means what? Civil war. That means you're going to have the poorer class of people. They're going to be bucking up against the elites. They're going to be going against the police force. They're going to be bucking up against their senators and even the president. These are the times that we're coming into. All right, states are about to secede. It's going to be blue states against red state. You about to see all kind of madness and calamity go on in 2024. Listen, through the spirit, brothers have been bringing it out. 2024 is about to go down, man. It's about to go down for real. All right, 2023 was like a warm up. You know what I'm saying? But 2024, the game is about to be on. You know what I'm saying? The game is about to be on full fledged. And that leads me here to this article as well. We have reached a breaking point. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country. It certainly wouldn't be a surprise to hear me say that our immigration crisis has brought us to a breaking point. But those aren't my words. As you will see below, the mayor of New York City is actually saying this. During the Biden administration, the floodgates have opened and vast hordes of illegal immigrants are pouring into this country every single day. And it's crazy that Esau has the nerve to call the people coming over the border illegal immigrants when this is actually their land. All right. If anything, the Edomites and the other nations that have come to America, they are the illegal immigrants. They didn't ask the so-called indigenous Native Americans if they could come over here and set up shop. No. So this is hypocrisy, man. All right. And we know that this is the case because a hypocrite is in power. All of his laws and things that he upholds and pushes in this society is hypocritical. It's hypocrisy. They say one thing, they put one law on the books, but they do the opposite. All right, the law does not apply to them, but they can do whatever they want to you. You see? So let me get into this. New York City, Chicago, and other major urban areas simply do not have enough resources to take care of the illegal immigrants that have already arrived. But more just keep on coming. And if they didn't want these people to come, they wouldn't be coming. For years during the, Trump and prior, there was a closed border policy. They wasn't paying for people to come over the border. They wasn't paying for nobody to live in hotels and take up space and eat up resources, man. They wasn't paying for that. And all these people coming over here is causing inflation to get even higher because now the demand for products is higher now because you have this flood of population come in. Okay, so now resources are now being stretched in. And they're reporting that These migrants are coming over the border in the hundreds of thousands. I think last week it was, they said in somewhere in Texas, I think it was El Paso or San Antonio somewhere, but they said that over, well, not, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands of migrants came into Texas in one day. Hundreds of thousands. So when you have all these people coming in, well, they got to eat, they got to have shelter, they got to have clothing, they got to have jobs, right? So that's what? That's stretching everything else thin for the people that were already here. And again, these Edomites, they see that their country is going to shit and they don't like it. This is why there's about to be a big uprising like you've never seen before in America. Come 2024, it's coming. And the scriptures prophesied this, man. Like I just read Isaiah 19, Egyptian against Egyptian. So reading on, the tsunami of humanity that is coming over our borders has become so extreme that even CNN is reporting on it now. Brian Silva's three dogs were usually the first to alert him that large groups of people were walking onto his San Diego County property. He'd wake up at all hours to Whiskey, Soldier, and Freedom barking incessantly. Today, the trio kept quiet most of the night, while the crowds of migrants have not stopped passing through. It's become so common that the dogs now sleep through it. Quote, this country was built on immigration. I'm fine with that, Silva said, but not like this. This is ridiculous. So clearly, the people that are in charge of these certain states, the policies that are being put in place by the federal government to take, and I forget where it was at. I believe it was New York or Chicago. I think they had rejected the migrants coming in, and they sent them somewhere else. So yeah, you're already seeing that some of these states, they not with taking in all these migrants, man, because it's causing their state economy to take a hit, to take a major hit, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? And America is already in debt. America is what, 300 something $1 trillion in debt already. And then to take care of these people, to number one, get them here, whether you gonna fly them here or you gonna bus them in, or they coming on ship. That's money and resources right there. You see? So the debt is just piling on and on and on. And the scriptures say what? Woe to him that laden himself with thick clay. And that word clay in the Hebrew goes into the word ibadiat, which means debt. All right, which really it's heavy debt that these Americans are putting on themselves, because ultimately we understand they want America to fall. This is a part of that order out of chaos, as we always speak about. Cause the chaos, then you bring in the order to justify your means of bringing about the NWO. That's all that's taking place right now. And no, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's not tinfoil hat talk or none of that. No, this is really what's going on. This is why we do these videos and break it down with the scriptures, so you can see that what the elites are doing, this is deliberate. This is intentional. And if they didn't want it to happen, it wouldn't be happening. All right. Let you try to commit some kind of fraud or scam on the federal government. They'll find you like that. But all these people coming over the border, you know what I'm saying, military age men, Gurga troop, you name it. They all in here. And they know that they in here too. But they just waiting on that green light, okay, sleeper cells, to get busy. Silvers is beyond frustrated, and he told CNN that if he had enough money, he would build my own wall right there. Let me get some more out of this. It says, our major cities are already completely overwhelmed, but the buses just keep arriving. At this stage, things are already so bad in the Big Apple that New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been forced to admit that we have reached a breaking point. The Democratic mayors of three sanctuary cities, Chicago, New York, and Denver, warned that metro areas are quickly approaching a breaking point due to the ongoing surge of illegals bust up from the southern border this year. We cannot allow buses with people needing our help to arrive without warning at any hour of day and night. New York City Mayor Adams said during during a virtual news conference with Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Denver Mayor Mike Johnston. He warned, for many months we were able to keep the visualization of this crisis from hitting our streets, but we have reached a breaking point. You see that? So they're openly admitting that these cities cannot handle the influx of all these migrants. Okay, they can't handle it because there's too much of a strain on the resources, and also the people that are there, they're unhappy. Okay, they're protesting, and you know what I'm saying. Listen, man, civil war. All right, that's all I gotta say. And there's a movie coming out in April of next year. It's supposed to come out that time. Who knows if we'll see it, but yeah, it's titled Civil War, and it's going into this same exact thing. And you know what else goes into the same exact thing? The movie Forever Purge, which came out a few years ago. All right, and these people were what? They were trying to get into Mexico, so they were fleeing America. You see, things got so bad in America that everybody was trying to flee to Mexico. And this photo here, you know what I'm saying, this reminds me of the end scene of Forever Purge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like this. But look, man, America about to be on fire just like this all over. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But really, all the Purge movies, you know what I'm saying, like that whole series, that's a forecast of what's to come. All right, so without further ado, I'll play this real quick and we'll get back to it.
You made it. Look who's here. It's a girl. It's a girl. You want to hold your daughter?
Can I?
Please. Thank you. Congratulations.
Felicidades, papá. Gracias, Juan. Muchas gracias, Adela. It's a girl. It's a girl.
Cruzando ilegalmente la frontera, nos preguntamos, ¿cuál es el destino de estos dreamers o soñadores norteamericanos en México?
El presidente García Soler y la congresista Andrea Valeria están explorando la manera de hacer legales a todos estos
Sheltering over 2 million American refugees.
Who knows what will become of these American dreamers? There is no end in sight to the violence and uprising.
As of today, the NFFA has sent the military into every major city and county. The NFFA is being destroyed by their own creation, as the purge can no longer be contained to just one night a year.
In New York, ordinary citizens are picking up weapons. They're warring with forever purgers in Times Square.
Reports are now coming in that large groups of Americans are banding together and fighting back against these purgers, against hate, fear, and violence.
All of the United States, as we once knew it, may be disappearing.
Who knows? What will the new America look like when this all ends?
This isn't over. It's up.
So you saw in that clip, man, that this is what's about to go down. Now, on the topic of the purge, who are these purgers? And it said, you know, the reporter, you know, he has said that Americans are fighting back against the purgers. So with that being said, the purgers would have to be an outside entity other than Americans, right? Because the Americans are fighting them. Well, who are these purgers? Well, these purgers are the people that are coming over the border, all right? Because they're mixed in with the migrants trying to escape the hell going on in their home nation, okay? But you have a lot of them coming over the border that are not accounted for, you see? A lot of military-aged men, a lot of men from foreign nations, Russian, North Korea, Iran, you know what I'm saying? Afghanistan, China. all people that are enemies of America, that don't care about America, they're being let over the borders. So when certain things take place, such as a blackout or there's an EMP strike and the grid is completely shut down, because you have to understand that these people are waiting for the right time to activate. You see, and when they do activate, they're going to be sent out to do one thing, which is to what? To purge. All right, to destroy many people. This is what these Americans want. And make no mistake, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because Esau, he has a history of using mercenaries. All right, so Esau, he's bringing over a lot of mercenaries to America as well. He's actually paying for them. Did Esau not pay for them to bust them over the border? Is he not allowing free passage of these people over the border? Yeah. So look, man, we cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices. You see, we already know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that these are perilous times that are coming. It's going to be a time like never been seen before and shall never be seen again. Luke 12:49. I am come, this is Yahweh Shai, red letter. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So Yahweh Shai, okay, and we know that the Lord said that I've come not to bring peace upon earth, but a sword, right? So the Lord is saying, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I be if it already be kindled? Okay, so that fire, all right, which there's a fire in other people. There's literal fires raging all over America, especially on the West Coast, right? All these wildfires going on. You see, which none of these things are they talking about on the mainstream media. They just continuously bogging you down with BS. But meanwhile, this is all what's going on. You see, this is why the scriptures tell us to watch and be circumspect, man, because we don't want to be caught off guard by anything. The people in this world, when these things do happen, they're going to be caught off guard. They're not going to be prepared. And a lot of them is going to be destroyed because they wasn't prepared spiritually, you know? But yeah, so the fire is already kindled, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? He's coming back with fire, but there's a fire already kindled on the earth. All right? Verse 51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So the Lord, he ain't coming for peace, man. All right. The Lord came peaceably the first time. All right. When he came humble and he came lowly as a man, okay, that's when the Lord came in peace. You know what I'm saying? The Lord came to preach the gospel. He came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know what I'm saying? He came to give us salvation from ourselves, that we may have a way back unto the Father. All right, so the Lord came peaceably the first time. Now, when the Lord come back again, the second coming, he's coming to do what? He's coming to destroy. All right, the Lord is coming to chop some heads off. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is coming to do vengeance. You see? That's why it says, I tell you nay, but rather division. Verse 52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. And you seeing that today. All right, you got liberals and conservatives living inside the same house. You got pro-Trump and you know what I'm saying, and then you got pro-Biden, then you got F-Biden and F-Trump. Listen, man, it's all kind of division in America. This is the land of confusion. You see, this is Babylon the Great. So you're gonna see all manner of confusion and division here. The government is divided. They can't agree on anything. The people are divided against their leaders. You know what I'm saying? The low level Edomite, he's divided against the elite Edomites. So it's nothing but division on the earth. And this is what the Lord said that he came to bring. Okay, but furthermore, these are the days of evil. Okay, these are the days that the prophets seen when they were given and shown visions of the end times. You see, this is Matthew 24 in verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So this is the time of great tribulation, a time that has never been seen before and shall never be seen again, a time of civil war, a time of world wars, all right, a time of skirmishes, a time of hunger, a time of a time of famine, a time of great disease upon the earth, great natural disasters, great calamities, plagues, all kind of things, and it's all about to happen simultaneously. Okay, because you're gonna have the devil, you're gonna have Satan, he gonna come with his wrath, but at the same time, the Most High, he's gonna be pouring out his wrath as well. So the elites, how Bill Gates want to talk about X amount of people are going to be knocked off in 2024. Hey, well, guess what? That's really the Lord behind that. Okay, but he's going to use the wicked, Esau, Edom, to do it. You see, because the Lord has a depopulation agenda, man. You have to understand that. Majority of these people on this earth, they wicked and they must be destroyed. So this is what's about to go down. And the only ones that's going to escape the destruction that's coming are the hopeful elect, the sincere believers of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Everybody else, they going to get done in. Straight up. Second Ezra's 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is going into what? Civil war. All right? Neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother, city against city, 16, for there shall be sedition among men. All right? So there's going to be divisions among the people, which we're seeing there right now, but you're also going to have seditions amongst the states. Okay, you're gonna have Texas secede. You know what I'm saying? Florida is gonna secede. You know what I'm saying? Mostly these red states, these conservative states. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna break away from America, and that's how the first American Civil War started. Of course, it was over the issue of slavery, but today it's gonna be because of what's going on. Of what these elites are doing to America. You know what I'm saying? So you have division there as well. Where was I at? Okay, yeah. Sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They ain't gonna give a damn about what Joe Biden gotta say. They ain't gonna give a damn about even what Trump gotta say, or any government official, because people see now that all these people are corrupt. All these people don't care about me, don't care about my family, they don't care about my quality of life. So to hell with what they gotta say. We're gonna do what we want to do. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because this is what's going to be going on, okay? A man going to desire to go into a city, it's going to be checkpoints. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the mark if you do want to travel. But then it's going to be chaos all over the place, so you ain't going to want to go nowhere. People going to be afraid to move anywhere, man. You see? Yeah, and shall not be able. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is the time we coming into, man. A time of great tribulation. No, you know what I'm saying? The love of many is going to wax cold. People not going to give a damn or have no type of love in their heart. It's all going to be about vengeance. It's going to be about survival. And it's going to be about, honestly, just, spirits created for vengeance, man. A lot of that is about to be out here. It already is out here. You see, so, hey, man, this is the time, as we always say, to make no tarrying to return to the Lord, because what? Why? The days are evil. The days wax worse and worse. And we fastly coming towards the end of this captivity, so we got to get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to keep our eyes locked in on the prize and understand it ain't that much time left. And really what you do right now in the spirit is what's going to count when all hell breaks loose on the earth. So, in closing, call halal, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, shalom to the elect. Kum Yasha'Allah. And until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect.